what I'm doing is sort of flogging a cut-rate version of that, which I think is as accessible, and how to get people to do what you had in mind without actually confronting them. This is an acronym that I devised together with David, actually, and it's based on my medical degree. I've been teaching medical communication skills, doctor-patient communication for about the last 15 years or so. As David said, it's been very successful. I mean, people, it's like to a captive, I'm a captive. In medicine, they think I'm a real doctor. So this stuff works. I work with a chap who's the head of psychiatry at the MD Anderson Cancer Center in Houston, and we've got a whole bunch of publications. And so this isn't just flim-flam. This stuff has sort of stood up to research, and we've done a variant of the basic structure for medical communication, and the variant is, as it were, when you're not actually treating a patient. So when you're going in to sell something or to try and set up a meeting, and you are not allowed as an executive or a manager or whatever to say, could you take off all your clothes and lie on your left-hand side and draw your knees up to your chest? You're not allowed to do that. It probably solves more problems than it creates, but it is essentially a bad thing to do. So, this is a non-medical version of the stuff that Walter Vail and I have been pioneering in medical communication. We call it SALES, which is, as you'll see in a moment or two, stands for setting, agenda, listening skills, emotions, which is by far the most important. But I'm going to talk in detail about that bit, and then strategy and summary. And this is the important one. That any successful line, any successful sort of approach in communication skills has got to be a strategy, not a script. For example, I'm sorry, picking on that fabulous story that Brian just told. It wouldn't have worked if Brian had used, communication skills 101, and the guy comes in and says, you've got to release our men. And if he had said a pat line like, I share your concerns, that's how wars start. Wrong line. I'm with you in your hour of pain. Rubbish. You've got to do better than that. So this is a strategy, not a script. And to make a very simple and banal example, it's like teaching somebody to drive. When you teach them to drive, you do not teach them. You don't say, turn your steering wheel 16th to the right, then after 1 minute turn it a 16th to the left or something like that. That is hopeless. I mean, that might work for getting you out of the garage, but it won't work in the middle of Bloor Street. You do not teach them, do this, do that, by rote. What you actually say, the principle of driving is to get down Bloor Street without actually hitting another car. Pedestrians, that's sort of arguable. After August the 12th, that's okay. But the principle is strategy, not script. And that's a very, very important point. And the reason for that is this. Because scripts don't work. I've been flogging this story for a couple of years, but it's very important. You and I all know when we are getting a line. You know when you're getting a line that they don't mean, like I share your concerns, I'm with you in your hour of pain. My favourite example is what is so cliche now, you don't even hear it, it's below the radar. Have a nice day. And nobody means it. They really don't give a damn what kind of a day you have. Except in certain third world countries, where they actually mean, I'm talking about California. Oh, it doesn't matter. They sincerely believe that have a nice day is some sort of talisman, some sort of formulaic, I get to work like a magic spell. And that they imagine you go into the shop miserably depressed and they say, have a nice day! And you'll go, oh, that's an idea! Oh, I hadn't thought of that, I was thinking of shooting myself in the head! But now you said, have a nice day, I'm going to go, thank you. This is an experiment. I understand with fabulous recordings, you must try this. Please try this. Do it wherever you are, particularly in California. Do it. It works really well. And I do it all the time. Enjoy it. You go into a shop, you buy the newspaper, they say, here's your 7-cent change, have a nice day. And I stop dead still. I say, all right. I'll try, but how will I let you know?